Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the RationalInvestor.com's daily brief. It's Tuesday, August 11th. Brian's on vacation, and so today it's me and Murat. He's going to be here to talk about COT reports, but I think I'll get started with some things first. Also, it's my birthday, so I'm going to give myself a shout out to the fact that it's my birthday. So you can all wish me happy birthday and and there you have it. So. Yeah, here's my day. I was fortunate enough to get off a pretty sick trade on that OXBRW warrant. So we'll talk about that in a bit too. Congratulations to everybody that also hit that trade. That was awesome. And I'll try to explain that a little bit too for a couple people that asked me in the lounge about how I got into that trade. But let's see. Maybe I'll start with the stock market a little bit. And then I would like to talk a little bit about crypto too, and then we'll get to Murat's COT report, which sounds awesome. I'm looking forward to. Got the ES Mini up here. Last week I think Brian and I were talking about this chaos level here that's just right up above the old high, and looks like we're still going to hit it. I don't, we filled in the gap already over the last week, and that's actually a weekly gap too, I think. I'm pretty sure that gap shows up as a weekly gap. So we filled in the gap here. I don't at this point. I mean, I think that we're probably going to still hit this level. Like, why wouldn't we? It's just a little bit higher. So, things are still uppy in the stock market for sure. We're still a few months away from the election. So I don't know. I would imagine we at least hit this, but I could see it going higher. I think we still have divs coming in. This big MACD div is trying to come in, but there's nothing confirmed here. If we can break down and actually confirm this little div, that'd give us something to work with. But otherwise, I'm not seeing any real signs of a top here in any of my indicators. RSI is oversold. And of course, there is a big potential div if you kind of take this high back here. But nothing... I'm not seeing any M's or anything. Willie's stupid, of course, but not breaking down yet. So, I think I saw also Ryan was saying earlier that the Dow looks pretty strong, and it looks a lot like this. But I guess my short that we've been talking about is this SPXS. Brian and I and a few other SOFers have started building a short on this proxy here. This is an inverse S&P ETF. It's Bear 3X. You can see I'm pretty underwater so far. I bought my first one right here. I'm going to go and buy another one probably soon. These are the $10 March calls, and I paid $1.27 here on I guess that was the 29th of July. They're probably under $1 today. I didn't look. Yesterday they were around 97 cents, I think. I was going to buy one around $1, and I'm just going to kind of ride this thing a little bit. I'm going to buy several more as this kind of starts to bottom. This is just a cheaper way to short the market for me, just because the calls are only about $1 right now, as opposed to like the SPY. Like puts on the SPY are just quite a bit more expensive. So this was kind of one proxy we found that's a little bit more affordable. So you guys might want to follow along with this if you're interested in building a short in the stock market. But then again, like I said, if we do push that new high, going back to I was looking at the E-mini, we could look at anything, but, if we're going to push the new highs, I would expect that call to get even cheaper. And I don't have that chart ahead in front of me, the calls. Maybe I'll try to find that here in a bit. But so, yeah, anyway, stock market, just still moving higher. Gaps are filled. No top yet. I'd be weary to short this. Like I wouldn't probably, I don't really have any interest in going and calling a top here and loading up on puts or something like that. I think it's worth considering building your short position, maybe to protect, buy some insurance against your stock portfolio. But I don't see like the short yet. We obviously blasted through the reload zone, and now we're just sitting up here at the old highs. So, that said, I've been kind of like today I was trying to figure out what stocks I would be interested in right now. I do think there's still a lot of stocks that are putting in bottoms, and as much as this rally's been pretty long in the tooth, I think there still are trades. And so I've been following this Koyfin ETF chart. I think I mentioned it last week too. And this is just all the sector ETFs. And I'm still seeing the bottoming happening in oil services. All three of these at the bottom here are basically oil services, and then oil and gas. Or I'm sorry, actually the green one, this one is XLE. So that's, this is tech. This one's XLK's tech. Green one's energy. So I'm seeing bottom in oil and bottom in energy. And so I kind of, I've sort of seen this across the penny stock market too, as we've kind of seen some of the oil names bottoming, and I have a couple of those to show you here in a minute. But basically this is the clean energy has blasted off. This is like the blinks and all that stuff. Tesla, I imagine, is in there. So that one's kind of blasted off. You could see like financials and this. Let's see which one's this. This is financials here. You can see these are kind of rolling over. The XLRE is financials, and then XLU. I think this one is utilities. Yeah, so you got utilities and financials rolling over a bit, and basically oil is the only bottom I'm really seeing coming in, and that kind of reflects in we were talking about the Schlumberger bot, which actually fired and is looking pretty good today. It did pop to a new high. This is like a massive oil services company. They're really big. I don't know. It's one of Brian's proxies for oil services. And you can see the nice W bot setting up here. So this would be like one proxy for kind of to sort of back my argument that oil names are a potential play right now. And then a couple others. Let's see. I think, this is one that I like. I haven't taken this trade yet, but it's one I've followed for a while, Evolution Petroleum. It's just a smaller oil name. And I'm a little hesitant to take this one because it seems like they pull a lot of fuckery in this stock, but it is one that nonetheless is putting in a nice bottom. So you can see the W broke out yesterday, and it's just kind of sitting there right now. And I'm kind of debating this one because mostly I didn't get any, I don't really have a div to work with. I mean, this big cliff that kind of fell off sort of ruined my MACD div opportunity here. So there's really not, there's no MACD div happening, but you can see like nice upward OBV and nice W, like kind of Davo action coming in on everything else. So I think this is a reasonable play potentially, but I've traded this one in the past, and it seems like the market maker can fuck around with it a lot. And if I remember, they do fit my screener. It's low share count. 33 million out. Oh yeah, this is the thing I don't like about it is the 80% institutional owned. So that's something I'm not thrilled about. But they are low debt. They don't have tons of cash on the books. They're not. It's not bad. And I think these guys are like oil fields in Texas type thing. But let's see. What other oil names though? Let's see. I can't remember if there's a trade I took. This is a David O name. This is coal, so this is kind of getting in the energy thing. These guys have a lot. This isn't the high debt name, but these guys have high share count. But this is actually a cool looking trade. It's not oil. Sorry, I thought this was going to be an oil name, but we'll look at it anyway because I did take this trade yesterday after seeing David O posting it in the lounge. And you could see this one did actually give me my MACD div. W breakout came in back here, and then second W breakout yesterday. And then today it's just kind of sitting there. It did make a new high. I'm playing with this chaos level target, and I'm sort of getting more conservative about like my sell half on double type stock trades at the moment. So I'm kind of reducing my targets and really just kind of I'm going to use this chaos level as my target. I'm taking a 3.3 to 1 risk reward, and I'm just going to see if I can get a pop up in there, and I'll sell half of it, and then I'll just let the rest, move my stop to scratch and let it run, and just kind of see where these go. I have a couple trades going like this. I thought I had another oil name to show though, and maybe I don't. Well, there's just the SLB was the bot that I've got going, and then that EPM, sorry. And then I guess the other ones are energy names, which, you know, in those ETFs, energy did seem to be rolling over, but I'm seeing bottoms in energy names in general. Like this one's coal, this superior energy we've been talking about, which is still just bumping along the bottom here, putting in some nice W's. W looking, it looks like today we actually confirmed this breakout here. It's funny I didn't see my alert. Maybe I didn't have an alert set, but it looks like they had earnings. Yeah, their earnings came under estimate, but this one's a potential options play too. But I haven't done anything with this one yet. I've been watching it. Might take a long here. I guess I'll just report on that later. I don't see there's no divs here. That's kind of why I didn't just take this trade right away. If I would have had more of a MACD, I mean, I guess you can argue it's pretty ugly little MACD coming in here. And then that's about it. So, you know, nice wide W and RSI, which I think is reasonable, but this doesn't really fit my MACD setup. So I haven't made a move here, but I was interested in the you know, the SOF play here. There's a call options play to on a move back to this 50% level that I think could work. So that's let's see, yeah, that's the energy names. So I guess I didn't have any more oil. Sorry, I thought I did, but I want to go look for some more oil names. There were some floating around. I just don't have them in my list right now, I guess. But nonetheless, I'm starting to, again, I am seeing bottoms in the oil market a bit. So it's kind of one sector that I'm just going to be watching it here and see if there's any trades that come together in that sector. And then, you know, these energy names as well. Did take a couple stock trades so far this week though. I already showed you ARLP. Yeah, this one we looked at. Then I took yesterday, let's see, WJS USA, I think is his name, a level oneer. Showed up with this pot stock that I thought was pretty interesting. Organogram Holdings is a Canadian cannabis name. And you can see the W came in yesterday, made a new high again today. Double MACD div, Davo type action, RSI trendline breakout with the W here, W out of stupid. This basically has everything technical that I'd be looking for. All we need now is a nice big volume bar to blast this thing off. But you can see we're just sitting here right at the W. So I think this is a nice looking trade. So nice find. It's cool to see level oneers coming with stuff like this. Of course, location's good. You know, if you draw your reloads on here, we're probably down at 886 or something. Yeah, we're just sitting right at 78.6 right now. So this is cool looking trade. The only thing I didn't love about this is a high share count. I feel like all the pot names always have high share counts, but yeah, 194 million out. I don't love that. And then there's just like no other data, which is a little bit, I don't know. That's not, I would prefer to see more FA data here. There's just nothing here to really work with. I didn't look into this company from an FA standpoint, really. I just liked the chart and took it from a technical setup, and we'll just kind of see how it goes. I didn't look. Maybe I think it's WSJ USA is his name. Maybe he can help us with some FA and tell us why he was interested in this name. But nonetheless, I think what are some other pot names that could maybe validate this argument here? What are the big pot names? Anybody want to give me a hint? I always forget Aurora Cannabis, which is what are they? Aurora. Oh, there they are. ACB, that's right. Well, that looks a little bit heavy, to be honest. Definitely are getting some bullish divs happening here, but these gaps are kind of dangerous looking. I could easily see us coming down and filling this gap down here. So that doesn't look so great. I guess I do have one other pot name on the books right now. I have this VFF, which I think they're a greenhouse company in Canada, but they were getting into the pot business in some way or another. This looks, we already pulled a double off on these. I know Brian was talking about a bot on this thing last week, and it looks like the bot's just working away. The 25 line's probably right there or something. So it's just kind of sitting here. It does look like it's trying to potentially M out here. If it pops to a new high, there's probably going to be a little bit of a MACD bearish div here coming in. So I don't know. This doesn't look like a trade, obviously, but I do like that OGI, man. Damn, it looks good to me. Um, yeah, this thing looks like it's ready to go. So it's something you guys might want to consider. Other stock trades. I guess we could check in with some of my ones from last week. I haven't looked at these today. TMP was this was an oil name actually. Technically, this is oil tanker, and damn, this looks even better now to me than I barely stayed in this trade. I didn't get stopped out. I bought this W breakout and it just crapped out the next day, which does happen. I basically bought it on this MACD div here that did confirm. This bigger MACD div still hasn't confirmed yet. But now it's put in another W, so I like that. It's just sitting right at my level here. And this same type thing, I'm just taking the chaos level, buying the W, working my target here, which is also 3.2 to 1. And it's funny, these little tight W's, when you work your chaos level, it seems like the risk reward becomes around 3 to 1, which I like. That's kind of a nice number for me. So yeah, I'm still experimenting with this. I don't have a lot of data to like back up this trading plan per se. I'm basically just using my L-Tanganator, my version of L-Tanganator for setup. And instead of selling on a double, I'm just going to work a more conservative target. And I'll use this chaos level to see how that goes. I mean, I still think we could easily, like this name could easily get up here. The 50% level, is up at $16. And I guess a double would be, let's see, I'm in here at 9.14. Yes, so the double is going to be up in here. That's probably like 78.6 or so. There's this gap up here. So I could easily still see waking up to a double on this name. But I'm still this is how I'm approaching this trade. So, that one, and then Jesus, it's already been 20 minutes. I'm going to try to finish in 10 minutes, and I did want to talk about crypto too, but I want to give Murat some time, and then I suppose I could always jump in at the end if there's still time. But so I'll leave it with this for stock market. We talked about this trade last week too, and it's just kind of looks a lot like the TMP that I just showed you. It broke out and I bought it and then immediately put in a bearish MACD div, and now it's just kind of floundering sideways. But there's just nothing to do for me. I'm just gonna ride this thing out. If you haven't entered this trade, I don't know if there's no rush to jump in this. If anything, I could see getting stopped out. It does look kind of heavy right there. So anyway, I guess that's it for the stock market. There are some other names, but I don't know if I think I'll just move on to crypto for a few minutes. There are some like altcoins and stuff that I wanted to talk about. Bitcoin, I didn't really prepare my Bitcoin chart too much, but I was looking. I think I have a better one on Stamp. Oh, that was Stamp, sorry. Well, I could just get rid of these volume profiles. I just had these drawn on here for fun, really. I was just kind of curious about, I think I mentioned this last week. I think a pullback to this POC and then the top of value of the bigger range from the low. I think that's kind of like probably where we're headed if we do roll over, but no huge signs of rolling over yet. I thought I saw somebody saying their RSI div is confirmed in the lounge, so I wanted to go look at that, but I don't know. Sometimes I guess you gotta click on that POC there to get that out of there. I'm not seeing the RSI div here because we didn't actually, so I'm not sure I think it was David saying that. We didn't break to a new high here, so I'm not seeing the RSI div confirmed. Maybe we could look at, I think I saw he was looking at Coinbase. Yeah, no new high there either. Maybe look at the forwards market really quick. Yeah, not a new high there either. So I don't know. I'm not seeing any divs here to work with. I mean, and I'm still pretty hesitant to short. I had taken a paper trade short here. Let's see, do I have that? Just for fun, I had like put on a short that did come in, but it got blasted out like right away over the weekend. I think maybe it was on Stamp here, and I had it. Sorry. Oh yeah, here it is. Got like 8 million charts open. I mean, this is kind of a testament to maybe we might be a little early for shorting Bitcoin, but I did, this M right here had come in and essentially came in on a Davo. You could see there was, I had confirmed MACD div here, bearish MACD div, and then the Davos came in right after that on this M. And so I actually just, this is a paper trade, but I shorted this M with the chaos target. Again, you can see the 3.2 to 1. It's funny. It's just like really common for that risk reward, I think, if you're taking this kind of tight little M or W. But anyway, you can see what happened. I just got black. That was on, I think that was Saturday, the 9th. Or no, that would have been Sunday. Yeah. And it just ramped up and blasted me out right away. And now we're just, I suppose I could have seen somebody hitting 88.6 up here. That would have been a working short if you were just going to be patient and wait for that 88.6 tag. You wouldn't have been stopped out on the move to this high. So you would still be in that trade. But that would have been tricky to take. I suppose you had, you could have used these. Anyway, I don't know. That's not a trade I would have taken, but it's kind of like a nice 88.6 move up here. But really, what am I trying to say here? I guess I'm just, I still think Bitcoin can move higher. Like in the bigger picture, I'm not seeing any higher time frame divs. I see this potential M, I guess, kind of action happening here, but there's really nothing in MACD for me to think of a top here. We are in a good location. We're sitting up at 78.6 right now, but I kind of feel like Bitcoin likes 88.6 anyway. I could see a pop up to here, and that would sort of create the potential for a bearish MACD div if we got to move to a new high here, and then rolled over. Maybe we get the MACD div coming in here, and also an RSI div, and then of course we do kind of have some M looking action here in Willy, but it's not really breaking down. Volume wise, we're just kind of everybody's just sort of drifting and falling asleep right here. You could, if we get a low volume day, not today, it's already kind of broken out, but that would be our, one lower volume day below here, and the bears will be fully asleep. The bulls are, I guess they're just kind of drifting to a low day below this bar here would be the bulls falling asleep. So, and of course OBV is trying to M out here. We get a breakdown here, and that could start showing signs of a top on the daily, but I'm not going to go short this. Crypto kind of seems pretty uppy to me. I could, like I said, just push up to 88.6 seems pretty likely. Ethereum, I haven't been following Ethereum as much, but it kind of looks, sorry, this chart is so messy, but, it looks like it's putting in a solid M, not confirmed on like a wicks and tails basis yet. It could confirm today if it keeps dumping, but that definitely looks a little M-y to me. No divs really either, as we just have Willy Stupid, but I'm still not seeing any divs. So still not really something I'm going to go and short. Of course we did make this massive W here, and we're just sitting right above that level. So I don't know if short location is that great. I mean, if you want to zoom out a bit, we're going to be, we're not anywhere close to being in a short reload zone if you start drawing off your highs here. So, and even the 50% level is quite a bit higher. So I mean, we could still, I think we could still easily go up and at least hit that 50% level, which puts us somewhere, can't remember where the low is. Yeah, so I mean that's like 740 or something up in there. Yeah, so and 38.2 at 590. So I think, I mean, I could see us consolidate here and move higher. That seems, I don't know, I don't want to make any calls, but it seems more likely than moving lower. We'll see though. That hasn't been my focus though, really. Ethereum, I haven't been like trading Ethereum or Bitcoin on the short term so much. I've been mostly interested in the altcoin market, and it's a couple names I could share with you really quick, and then I'll call it a day and let Murat get going. Let's see. I got interested in Nano this over the weekend because it confirmed a MACD div. Yeah, you can see the MACD div is confirmed here and did put in a W here off of 61.8. I have a bid working here at 61.8 and see if I can sneak in here. Location's a little bit higher than what I would like, but I like this name, and I think that in general, if you consider like the bigger picture of this coin, the location isn't bad at all. I don't think a bot would work because I think this retracement was too close to 78.6 for a bot to work, but you can see the W. You can see the div is in, so I'm gonna go ahead and just take a nibble here, little old lady style, and get in on this trade. And let's see. This one I just noticed, ENG is looking pretty good. This one actually, yeah, like I'm already in this trade. I actually got a pretty sick fill on this trade right here on a, I had two bids working. I got this one filled, and then they didn't give me my double. Like, I mean, my double level is like probably a little bit higher, but either way, I missed my double there, which is pretty annoying. And now it looks like it's moving higher, which is good. But really, I wanted to look at the weekly chart on this one because the bigger picture shows a nice weekly W that it has been working since back here. And so I think this one's, you have your weekly W working. I don't know if we get a pullback back down to that level or not. There was a couple good opportunities to buy that level already, which was pretty much what I was doing when I entered this trade. But I think it's still any kind of pullback there, and I think I like the way this one looks. It still has room to run for sure. So I like ENG. And then Beam, I think I was a little late on. I didn't get in this trade, and maybe it still gives me another chance here, but let's see. Yeah, I think on Sunday, or I guess whatever day this was, when it broke out here, I saw it and was interested. That breakout essentially confirmed the MACD div. And then it blasted off kind of farther than I would have liked. I was hoping to just get a Wyckoff check type pullback to this little W in here, and my bid's still working, and I'm still happy to buy this if it comes back down to that level. I mean, the risk window is pretty small at that point, and I do have my div working. Big volume day here, and really we got nice bullish volume coming in general. So I like Beam, and KMD is another one that I like right now. Looks like it did get above the trend line today. I didn't really like this particular, like it was sort of banging up against the bottom of this trend line, but it looks like it is trying to get above it. This one didn't have a MACD div because unfortunately this side is lower, but I like this name a lot. KMD, I think it's a good, like just kind of a good OG crypto name. I like location here, basically down at the bottom of the range, and plenty of room to move higher. If you start zooming out, you can see that it's got plenty of room to run if it can get going. I don't know if it doesn't really have weekly W's. It does look like weekly W kind of action trying to come in, but we didn't get like this breakout here. Unfortunately, it didn't pop the top there. So we don't have a weekly W yet, but you do see higher lows happening. I like to see that. And and look at this OBV just like Wing its way up, just cranking higher, making a bunch of W's. So that's cool. I like KMD. Poly was another one from the level 1 room, so that's cool. I love seeing them. I can't remember who specifically posted this trade, sorry, but this one I actually slept on this, and I kind of messed up because I did get my chance to enter. We were talking about it here when this W was coming in. And I would have liked to have waited for this MACD div to confirm and then gone and worked my bid, and I would have already been filled because we did get confirmation on that green bar there, and then the close that was Sunday night, I think, and then yesterday, you can see like I didn't have bids working here, but I was interested in these two levels of these two W breakouts, and both of them would have been filled, and I think I still could get filled here. I went and put my bid in, and I'm going to just nibble at these two lines. Location's a little high. It's kind of up by Mountain Man. And so we're sort of threatening to not be in the RLZ here. So that's something to be mindful of. I'm okay with buying here at Mountain Man. And then I'll probably work one more bid down here, just if it does want to break down. And I'm just nibbling. This is like nibble LOL style. I'm not this isn't so much a technical setup, although I do kind of wait for my MACD and W basically. So I mean, it is essentially a technical setup, I should say, but it is like little old lady style. So I'm just kind of taking my nibbles. I'm not going to work a stop here. And then maybe I could find one more real quick, and then we'll get on to Murat. MDA. And a lot of these, I actually noticed a lot of these don't have MACD divs, which I don't love. I would prefer to, like this one here, you can see again, the MACD div broke down. It didn't come in. But W's working. Moeda loyalty points, I don't know much about it. I just kind of like that it's at the bottom of the range and it's a W. And so I think it's a decent little lady style trade. Willie didn't quite get stupid, but it is what it is. So it's just another name that I think is interesting. I mean, I basically was trying to hunt and find what crypto names haven't blasted off yet. I mean, obviously like the bigger ones, some of the high flyers like Link and Tezos, those are already way too late to buy. I think people were getting doubles off things like EXP or Mana was a good one last week or over the weekend. Yeah, what other names popped? Several have popped, and so I kind of was just trying to find ones that haven't yet, that are just putting in W's at the bottom of the range, and that's kind of what I think you should look for. I think there's still room for crypto to run here over the next little while, and so I'm kind of shifting my focus into stuff like this, or the other ones I just showed you. I think that's about it. I mean, there's like, I think David Eisner was talking about Civic, and I do like Civic. I think he was looking at, this one. Yes. And I kind of saw this bot coming in, which actually did hit stop to scratch. And I didn't get filled on this bot level. I went and just nibbled a little bit, and then I would prefer to buy this lower, but it's something to watch. I guess the bot's technically in play, but it would be moved stop to scratch now. So I'm not going to trade this bot anymore. But I do like Civic, and this one is another one. I think on the USDC chart it doesn't show it as well, but if you look at it against like Bitcoin or something, this thing has, and it actually might be a better trade against Bitcoin if you're buying altcoins with Bitcoin. You can see we're down here at the bottom of this range, and there's a lot of room to run on Civic. Kind of looks like the same. All these altcoins just most of them haven't made a MACD div because the right side just broke down too far. Seeing that on a lot of these altcoins, it seems like. But so I guess that's it. Maybe Murat, are you here? You still with us?
Here I am.
Cool.
Yep.
Awesome, man.
First of all, happy birthday, Kevin.
Thanks, man.
Congratulations.
I'm surprised I actually said that. I don't like talking about my birthday that much, but I figured I'd.
I prepared something for you, just for your birthday. Oh, okay, fucked up.
Nice.
I can't play guitar so good like you, so sorry.
Thanks, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, and thanks for the presentation. Then if you want, I can start with my presentation.
Yeah, if you just screen share, and or I'm assuming you're going to screen share.
Yes, let me screen share. Which one? This one. So, do you see my screen now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just have to drag you onto so that YouTube can though. So just give me 1 second here.
Okay.
But you're good. I think if I just get rid of that and then F11. Are you on a pretty high res screen?
No, I extra choose another screen which has not a so high resolution.
Okay, cool. Well, no, that's good. I mean, I see it. You're good to go. You're on full screen, so yeah, you should be. You're on YouTube and on the Meet.
Okay, cool, nice. Yeah, like maybe some people know, I like to trade the commodities, and especially on the COT reports. And just let me uncheck this. And yeah, because I just discovered that trading commodities with the COT report is a quite profitable trading. And because the COT reports are not like other indicators, it's raw data, in my opinion. Because what we get from the CFTC is are the net positions from the institutional traders. And but of course, people from TRI nicely produced some indicators where we can see the numbers better or visually better for our eye instead of looking on just numbers. Yeah, I just wanted to add some things which I found out about the last weeks. Because when I was reading and learning about it, I tried to get just crispier signals from the entries, especially because, as you know, the COT report comes out on Friday after the trading hour. So in Germany, it's like 9:30 p.m. and in US, it must be 3:30, I think. And yeah, so what you have to keep in mind is that if you look on the COT report, for example, what was last Friday, the 7th, if we look on silver now, for example, here on the screen, so the report came out on the 7th here. And what we know is that the institutionals has to report on Tuesday. So Tuesday was Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday. So on Tuesday, the big boys are reporting their numbers. For what that is important is for the following trades, because the thing is, so the informations are lagging for us, but they are quite powerful. And so when I read now the reports on Friday night or Saturday, where I make my analysis, I'm just looking on the past week, how the COT report came out and how the traders traded it, and in what 4 levels we are now. And after that, I'm looking for some things on the bottom here, what you see, because the reports coming out on a weekly basis. I have here this. This is an indicator which I showed you also before in another daily brief, where I've got the index. So that means this shows me how the positions over the weeks from the commercials just developed. And the orange one, what you see here, is a 26 range from the net position. So what you see here, the red one, is the commercials netto position, because the main people who are we looking for are the commercials, because they are the big players, and under the commercials also fall the producers. And I think it's mostly important to follow the producers in the market, because the thing is, the commercials are also like the big hedge fund guys and the producers. And when you think about a commodity, what is more important for a producer? That the price goes up or that the price goes down? So as a producer, you always want to have the price to be up. And that's why when the commercials or the producers are loading up their short positions, that means that they want to secure for lower prices, and if the short positions go down, they are lowering their short positions because they don't have to put in shorts because the price goes up. So you have to look for the commercials mainly. And what else I have here is also, that's why I put on this here on the chart, because this is the commercials short positions. And yeah, so these are all informations I bring together, and then I have also a second screen where I am looking for this blue one. This is the indicator for the positions of the non-reportable people, so like retail traders like we are. And as you know, the retail traders are generally on the wrong positions. So that's to confirm my trade if you want. But my main screen is this one. And so when I look on a chart after the COT reports come out, and also the good thing on the trading the COT reports or numbers is that you can put on really good swing positions. So you don't have to be all the time in front of the screen. And, you know, I mean, I'm day trading too. And I know how hard it is to day trade and, yeah, to stay in a trade and not to get nervous and everything, and to wait for an entry and be patient. And so that's sometimes really stressful. And if I'm in a good position while I'm trading a commodity, so that takes out a little bit gas, you know, and stress from me, and so I can stay away for maybe 1 or 2 days from my desk and just enjoy life a little bit more. Yeah. So, but so I build up several setups now around the COT report, and so one of the main screens, what I'm looking is this one here, and like I told you before, so the orange one is the change in the commercial net positions over the last 26 weeks. So if we have this position here, so this is a daily chart, that's why you've got like these steps here. If I go on a weekly, it's a little bit smoother. Yeah, but let's stay on the daily because I take my positions on the daily then. And if you see this difference here or this move here, this means from this point to this point in the last 26 weeks, we've got a new high. And so we are getting in a little bit more extreme position. And so what I'm not looking only for these low steps. What I'm mainly looking for, so that I don't have to look always and can screen my charts a little bit quicker, I mainly focus on these extremes, which we have here, which is 90 points and above, or 10 points and below. And what else I have here on the screen is, you see this green and red areas. These are the extremes from the 52 week, so 1 year. So this means this is really, really extreme. But you can use this on the commodities because the commodities are moving in cycles, and especially if you've got wheat or corn or something like that, you know, winter, summer, spring, and so on. So these moves, when they occur, then they are really taking a really long time. And so that's why we can also trade commodities over days or sometimes weeks. But if you trade it over weeks, you have always to keep in mind that you maybe have to roll over a contract. And what is also a tricky thing where you have to be careful, but that's a thing for itself. So, you know, the red bars, I mean, I can also put on, if I change it, oh, it's yeah, to get a little bit quicker signals, I'm just trying out the 45 weeks now, but yeah, here, normally it would like this, and you would see it's coming in an extreme, but so that I don't get overloaded by information, I just keep it this way because it's easier. So as you know, so if we come now in an extreme here, that means this is the highest position over the last 26 weeks where the commercials, the net position comes to a new high, to an absolute high. And yeah, when I see this now, normally I wait that the 26-week extreme comes back under this 90%. And if I see that, that means that the commercials are putting up their short positions again. And that speaks for rising price. And if you have this red area, and we are with the 26-week extreme here in this lower area, under this 10%, and that 26 extreme comes out of that, and we are at the end of a 45 or 52-week extreme, this speaks for a short. And if you look here, okay, this wasn't so good, this signal here. But if we look for another signal, for example, so here we are coming into an extreme, and the short positions from the producers or from the commercials are so low, so they are expecting now higher prices. And then you can see that the price is rising up until we come to this low, where we've got a change in the extremes again, and I would look for a short. And the extreme short would be for me if we come out of this red area and come back to the 26 weeks comes above the 10%. But as you see here, the signals are not always like so good. So I put on a filter for me, which is this one. And let us load it up. Takes a little bit. Yeah. So here, what I said, the red area, and if we come up, this would be a short for me. But the green line, what you see here now, are the long positions from the institutionals, so from the big speculators. And because normally I would have a short signal here, but the big speculators are still really high in their long positions, so I wouldn't take this trade. So the perfect signal for me would be if I see something like this, that we come out of a red area, the big speculators are cutting their long positions, the commercials are loading up their short positions, and what you see then is that we come here to an extreme and the price just falls off the cliff. Yeah. And so we don't have so many signals with that, but we don't have only one market. And this is not the only setup which I have here for the for trading the COT reports, but this is one of the main and the strongest setup I have at the moment. And when I see like this signal, this beats everything for me. So if I have any other signal or setup, I would ignore it, and I would take mainly this trade. And so, but I also have another filter, because the Williams percentage R, which is also from Larry Williams, and this is Brian's like modified version. And Larry Williams, for example, says if the Williams percentage R is in an extreme, then you don't know. If we are, for example, in an uptrend and we are here on the bottom, according to Larry Williams, if we come up again, then you can take the long. But if we are here, that means we are overbought, and generally, if it comes down, then it's a short or a correction in the up move. But if this comes together, for example, we are here in an extreme, and we are in the willy in an overbought zone, then I would prepare myself also to taking the short. And if we come below the 80% here from Brian, then I would. Sometimes I also take the trade. Then I would, of course, go maybe in a lower time frame to look for market structure, and yeah, to take these trades. But yeah, for example, if we are here with the Willy, we are here in extreme again, and I took this. Okay, yeah, and then of course you have to manage your trade and yeah, to look for an exit and yeah, trail your stops or whatever. And yeah, so that's it. What I wanted to show you guys, that you can, and these are indicators which you get on TradingView. If you just go on the indicators and type in COT, and then yeah, the index. Where is the index? Or index. Yeah. Here it is. Or you type in COT oscillator, then you go in here and commercials index and put in 26 weeks. And so you get that what I have here, the orange one. And like I said, you can take a second one and put in the 52 weeks or 45 weeks, which I'm testing out now. And then you can build this, and this is the same, but just with the large traders. And this is all, yeah, sorry, this is also a 26 week, because I use this extreme 26 weeks here. And yeah, that's the main thing. And to confirm my entries, and I hope now where I have my setup more or less now really settled in and back tested it, I hope I will now start to post a little bit more, maybe COT trades. And yeah, if somebody has maybe a commodity where we should take a look on, just tell me and we can have a look. And of course, what I also use is scale your chart, and then the Gann levels, which are giving really crispy and nice locations. Just a minute. You see, we came here up, and that's also a thing what I look when I take my trades or my entries or my my exits. Like you see, we came here in a resistance from the box, and then we came here crawling up the 45 degree, and look what happened here. Silver just hit the top of the box, and we come back in, and yeah, just hit the, oh no, it's not the box, but yeah, that's it. Okay, sugar. I see now in the comments sugar. Okay, let's have a look on sugar. Sugar. SB11 futures. Oh, so okay. Yeah, we are now. Okay, let's load it up. Okay, now I would look for a short here in sugar because we came in an extreme, and the commercials short positions are also in an extreme, and I would now wait for sugar or for the 26-week index to come out of the. Oh, are we under the 10%? Oh no, we are not under the 10%. So I would have to wait till the orange area comes under this 10%. And if it doesn't come down and would turn around here, for example, that would not be a trade for me. And at the moment, you see the institutionals are still quite long in sugar, and yeah, oops. But we are coming to a 50% level here. So this could be, yeah, and this would fit. I mean, we are here at the 50% level. The COT index is coming to an extreme also with the 52 weeks or 45 weeks. And if the institutional long positions would break down and we would come down here, and Willie is okay. Willie was up here and comes back under the 80%. Yeah, but it's going up here now. So for now, I wouldn't take a short. But if Willie would break down, I mean, we would have also a divergence here. Okay, my lines aren't showing up here. But you see the price is going up here. Willie is more or less flat. So this would be a divergence. And if Willie would break down and the institutional longs would cut off and we come down here with the orange area under the 10%, that would be a nice short for me. Yeah, but normally I also would screen it maybe for one or two other setups, but this would be what I see now here for this. And yeah, you also see the commercials net positions are on a really low here. So probably when they go up, then you would have your short. Yeah. Any other questions?
There's a request on YouTube for nickel. Do you ever look at nickel?
Nickel. Okay. Of course we can, but yeah, okay. So you see here a problem which we have with TradingView. Obviously, in these indicators, they didn't implement every commodity and every future. So I'm also looking now for a software where I can get the COT report data visualized like we have it here. There are several ones, and I'm now have some free trials, and I'm looking which one is the best. And afterwards, when I have that, I hope I can analyze everyone. And yeah, this one I would take for I would look for like our TRI setups. And yeah, so we have a high here, down there, and the red lines are like these are POCs, point of control levels from sessions before, and the lines which are here at the end, these are like open POC or naked POCs, which haven't been touched yet, which are also quite interesting levels. And yeah, I would say And yeah, don't wonder. I normally use the 62.5 and also the 61.8, but this is this level I have from GAN, so that's why I use the 62.5. And so we are. Oh, it didn't change. Sorry, just a minute. Huh? What is happening here? So, yeah, we just hit the. Or let me check in the 61.8 here, and you see it's just, yeah, very close to each other. So, yeah, we had just hit Mountain Man, and or normally I would analyze it on this screen. Just let me get in here. Yeah, but yeah, based on the COT reports, I couldn't analyze this because I don't have data. So I would look on the normal TRI setup on this. So we have here this, and then yeah, will you stupid? This is an ultimate oscillator. It's somehow similar to the RSI, but this is also from Larry Williams, and it's looking for 3 time frames, and it's counting the first one 4 times, and this also, and this 1 time, and this is a little bit, for me, it's a little bit smoother RSI. The default settings are, I think, 7 or 8. 14 and 28, and I customized it to these levels. And so this would be some kind of a divergence on the RSI or on the ultimate oscillator. Will you stupid? We are just at Mountain Man, and yeah, so I would look for an M here or market structure. And is this a fractal? No. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, so I wouldn't go along here. If this helps you, I don't know. And yeah, looking like would be a nice trend line break here. Yeah, that's it so far. And or maybe, for example, gold at the moment is also, yeah, breaking down, and
Yeah, they really whacked gold today. It looks like, huh?
Yeah, they crushed it, yeah, really hard, yeah. But just based on the COT reports, I would have had a signal, for example, here. I mean, the last weeks, gold was really difficult to trade. I mean, everybody was expecting a high. We came to a new all-time highs and everything, so it was really, really difficult. But the last signal I would have had on gold would have been here, and so yeah, we came out of the extreme here. It was a red area. Speculators were cutting off their long positions, and so from here, yeah, yeah, that would have failed probably, because I would, yeah, I would have looked for, or no, Willie wouldn't allow me here to take a trade. I would have wait till Willie comes to this extreme here, and if we break down again, then I would have taken the trade in this situation. because I would have wait for a correction. And if really is in this, because I would look for a short position. And if we would have been here in this extreme after we came back under the 80%, I would go in the trade. And what would have been a quite nice trade here. Yeah, so the main thing I would like to let you know is that if you trade with the COT reports, of course, look at the COT reports, and there are several sites where you can also get the net positions from the commercials and the big speculators. And if you use any indicator, have a special look on the commercials, and if you can get data from the commercial short positions or also the producers, then that would be the most important thing what you have to look on. Yeah, and that would be it.
Cool.
I hope I could help you a little bit with that.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Maybe you can. Man, we've talked in the past about you coming in and doing some regular updates on COT reports. So if you want to come back on.
Absolutely. Now, when I screen on the weekend my charts, and if I have something, I would post it in the launch. And maybe, I don't know if we have a free spot on any day. Maybe I can update then the COT report trades, and yeah.
Sure. Yeah, totally. Just let me know.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I guess it's 10 minutes past the hour, so it's probably good. Jonas, I saw your question about paper trading, and I guess my answer would be I always paper trade. I don't know. I don't really actively trade Bitcoin on like a lower time frame setup, so I do take paper trades on it just for fun, and I've been messing with that chaos level target type thing, so that was the only reason. But I think it's good to always paper trade, so yeah, I probably will still continue to paper trade all the time. But so I saw your question. I just wanted to answer it because I missed it earlier. And I guess I didn't toot my own horn about the OXBR warrants. I was going to show a couple people how I got into that trade, but I don't know. Maybe I'll just save that for another time. I'll try to post it in the lounge. And then I guess you want to take us out, Murat? The only thing left for Murat to say.
The only thing left to say is bye for now.